misunderstood. Creative souls living for good, but the evil beast comes cooking in, pretending to be our friend and sneaking in. Let the show begin. Oh, let the show begin. Crazy and dumb, man, I ain't afraid of it. I ain't all that bullshit. When I ain't acting crazy and dumb, man. Enemies be welcome, I'm afraid of you will stop. Let's all start acting crazy and dumb, man. No fear, no tears, this is I've done, yeah. Acting crazy and dumb, man. Like you crazy and dumb, man. Like you crazy and dumb, man. Let the show begin.
Good birthday, America! Happy birthday, America! America! Fuck yeah! Coming down to tear it up, America! Fuck yeah! That's right, it's 250 years of America as we know it. And we're gonna celebrate that shit like it's the millennium. We're going to party like it's 1999, as Prince would have said in the 90s. How you guys doing on today, July 3rd? Can you believe America turned 250 in a politically charged year on a Saturday? What's going to happen? What could happen? A lot of different things. That's right. I cleaned myself up today. Put on my 99-cent store hair dye, but we all know hair dye and 99-cent store. Nothing is 99 cents anymore. So let's call it $5 hair dye. But I'm looking good. I'm feeling confident. Feel like saying hello to the world. After that debacle of a week ago, where I had to become the Decepticon hunter. against people that are calling me gay. Well, I am gay at this moment. I'm happy. That's the actual definition for the word gay. Back 200 years ago, before it's now become a bad definition. But hey, I'm not really here to talk about that stuff, but I'm sure I will. We're just going to celebrate life, hopefully say some inspirational words. We're going to hang out and try to realize how blessed we actually all are to be here, to have breath in our lungs, regardless of the hatred, the drama, the trauma, or the bullshit going on out there. It's a thin line between love and hate. So for all the people that you think hate you, they actually love you. And they're obsessed. That's why that movie Obsession meant a lot to the world and made a lot of money. Because it hit on a topic that has surrounded a lot of people in terms of obsession. I have plenty of my obsessions. And I'm sure throughout all these podcasts, you'll find out about most of this stuff. And I always give out TMI. Too much information. That's what I do. Unfortunately, people use it against me. Well, you said it. So I can talk about it because you're the one that told everybody, so I can make fun of you. Freedom of speech. Today's is a members-only show because I got to respect the members, the people that actually support me in some manner, not just insult me free of charge. So today is a members-only chat room. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, because I'm trying to learn how to be a better broadcaster, podcaster, a better me every day. I'm trying to be in the personal growth category. Many of you are not. You guys have reached your fucking peak, and I'm sorry, but it's okay. Some might say I've reached my peak, but I don't want to believe it. So, I'm going to continue to try to grow. But let's do an experiment. I don't know if you make a members-only chat room. How do I say this correctly? If you can receive super chats from subscribers and or non-members. I don't know if that's possible. Because we do have to supplement some extra income from super chats. And I don't want to be insulted for free. So the people that are not members of my channel, if you guys feel like sending a super chat, please do so. And I will find out if it works and if it comes through, even if you're not a member, since this is a members only chat room. Will YouTube allow non-members to super chat? I don't know. I would like to find out. Because Lord knows I don't want to look at the regular chat all the time. Because there's a lot of evil and toxicity out there. So I'll be honest with you. I prefer hooking members up. Because they're showing me a little bit of love with their wallet. And that's why, even though they're insults, I'll do my best to respect the super chats. Now, there's no guarantee I will answer the super chats, but I will read it on screen, and I'll respect it. But hey, just because you gave me $1 or $2 to insult me, doesn't mean I have to take those punches from you without guarding myself. The hell is it? It's a little seed. Chia. That's right. I had chai tea with chia seeds earlier this morning. Had to get my fix. Speaking of that, we'll be answering the questions right now. we'll get the show started. I think we got an interesting show from my vantage point. What are we talking about today? Well, we're going to talk about America. F yeah, for the birthday. Is there going to be chaos on Saturday? I believe there will. I am a conspiracy predictor. I will bring up some things that I think are going to happen or I hope they don't happen. But like, something's going on this year. And the conspiracies is real. We'll talk a little bit about the Taylor Swift wedding. Because I'm all up in that. I want to find out what the hell's going on. I really don't know that much. So I'm going to leave it up to the members to let me know what's going on. And we'll have some jokes and we'll have some stuff. And I don't know what'll happen. I invited a few guests and friends of mine. If they come on, great. If they don't, well, then another one bites the dust. And another one's gone. And another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. But either way, I'm actually happy and humble enough to say I'm proud to hang out with you guys today. So thank you guys for coming online and gals and being a part of today's show. So let's first off say hello to the first commenter. And they are a member, so they got the first comment today. Hello, Michael. Hello, Samcock7883. Hello, Michael. I am the first in the stream. Do you ever use marijuana or are you against it? I have used marijuana. I am not Bill Clinton. I didn't inhale. I did inhale on a couple of occasions. Not my thing. Just made me act more stupid than I normally do. Made me hungry. I started giggling for hours. Then I got really, really hungry. Pigged out. I do that normally. And then I went to sleep. And I've eaten a brownie before. In my opinion, I got drugged with a brownie. And that ruined my day. And I had a really horrific time. So yes, I have semi-partaked in that type of stuff. Or am I against it? I don't know. Every day is different for me. I put everything in the category of drugs, and I try to stay away from it. Some people need it, like it. It helps them. It's self-care. It's therapy. Other people, they don't know how to handle it. They become paranoid. They become more lackadaisical. Whatever the terms are that happens to people, I don't know. Am I for it or against it? I'm neither, if that makes any sense. Sorry, that's my answer. I don't care if you do it. Do I want it around me all the time? I do not. Will I probably try a gummy bear with THC in the future to experiment again? Probably. I hope that answers your question. All right, everybody, please do me a favor. If you feel like hitting that thumbs up, that like, and that subscribe button, consider becoming a member of this channel for future members-only live streams like today, for exclusive content and other hidden videos and stuff like that. And I have a merchandise store full of some stuff. If you'd feel like supporting, another way to support me, picking up some t-shirts and stuff like that, some hats. And everyone comes with a 30-second video sent to you after you buy merchandise as a way of me saying thank you personally. They got some cool stuff on screen. Also, if you'd like to support in a different way, I have Cameo, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and then my merchandise store. Links down below and during the show for a little while. If you guys feel like supporting your dude, if I earned your donation, if I earned your membership, if I earned your love, I appreciate you. And all I can say is thank you. This is my only job sometimes. And yeah. That explains it all. But I did recently work. Oh, no! Everybody that tells me to get a job, I did recently work on an animated cartoon. My comeback has started. The only way is to the top. The only way is up. Like I said, I'm leveling up everywhere I go. Personal growth is happening. Again, today's a positive day. I have my down days. I have my up days. So let's celebrate the wins for what they are. And today is a win. But yeah, I recently did a voice for an animated pilot of a semi-popular nature that I hope it gets picked up. But I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't really think I can. I don't know. I don't remember signing an NDA, but it probably was in the contract. But yeah, plus I don't like to ruin it. Sometimes you ruin things when you tell them you did something and it never comes out or it never works out or it never pans out. Then you feel like shit because you got everybody excited for you. And then you feel like you let them down. So that's not what I'm trying to do. But hey, I can never let myself down. I'm proud of everything I say or do. And we're going to have a little bit of a cope session in about 5 minutes. But yeah, that's what's going on in my world. So let's check out a couple of the comments. And we got Alfred Thunderstruck. Alfred Thundershack. He's talking about his balls. He's got some big balls. We got big balls. You got big balls. Alfred Thundershack's got the biggest balls of them all. Watching Team America right now. You know what? That should be my July 4th movie. I should watch that. That's a fucking classic puppet movie. Written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park. Some of those movies are classic. We might even talk a little bit about 4th of July movies during today's members-only live stream. What are your favorite 4th of July movies? If you had to pick a movie, one to watch every July 4th, what would it be? I'm pretty sure if you have regular television or basic cable or whatever it's called nowadays, Independence Day is going to be on there somewhere. And that's one of those that you got to watch all the time. Independence Day is fucking awesome. Team America sounds really cool to me right now for a comedy movie to watch again this weekend. But I may go watch Supergirl. I may go do something like that just to live the good couple days that I have coming to me. Plus, I'm making chicken, rice, and beans a little bit later tonight. And sounds really good to me. Chicken, rice, and beans, the basics of life. Then you add some cheese to it. You put it in a tortilla shell. You got a motherfucking taco. It ain't a toilet taco. It's a good taco. I need to do more cooking videos. I really need to. You guys like that? You like making fun of me? And I learned how to take the jokes little by little. So, that being said, we got my dude, Corn Diff, one of those Dabbleversers, but he's a cool dude. We've talked offline a little bit, and, you know, he told me some truthful sentiments about his life and his family, and I respect that. When people are not only always their fucking silly character, and they try to at least befriend you at first glance, I respect that. Corn Diff became a YouTube member. Bum, bum, bum. Thank you very much, Corn Diff. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you, brother. And I'm eating corn. I have creamed corn. So I hope that doesn't offend you. Sorry, man. I creamed one of your brothers. And I'm going to eat that creamed corn. I'll be honest. You guys like creamed corn? I know Corn Diff, you don't. Because we're eating your family members. And I'm sorry about that. But I'm a pig, some people would say. So I'm sure plenty of you guys eat me or my family members. That being said, do you guys like cream corn? I learned to like it the older I got. And is that what happens to old people? They start to learn to like that creamy stuff. So instead of oatmeal and all that, I want cream of wheat. Because it's better for your teeth. It's easier to go down. So I ain't going to lie. I've started liking cream of corn. Getting old is tough. YouTube will allow non-members to super chat. Okay. We shall find out. We shall find out. Well, apparently you're right, because we got a super chat from my dude Colin Madden. And it doesn't say he's a member that I know of. So thank you for saying hello. And Corn Diff, if you want the link to hang out on today's show for a little bit in a little while, let me know. Maybe I can send you the link. I don't know where the show's going to go. You guys like my shirt? It's got a how do you do it? It's got a graphical design right here. I went to downtown LA many years ago, bought this tan shirt. Then I bought this graphic design, and then they pressed it and they put it on the shoulder. I also bought another one where they put a graphic design in the middle. And I got my autoimmune disease kicking in. It happens on my head and then on my elbows. I forgot what it's called. I forgot all these damn different names. But I have an autoimmune disease where my skin it looks like dead skin, and I scratch it and itch it. And it happens all the time. There's no damn cure. And now it's happening on my elbows. Scary as hell. And I don't really know if there's any cures coming, because I couldn't get a medical appointment until August 28th after my failed surgery and my walking pneumonia and sepsis in my blood, or whatever it was called. I'm fucking dying, man. I don't want to die. I don't want to fucking die. Colin Madden, I see you all in them Dabbleverse clips, brother. You watch every show. But you're always supporting in a way too, so thank you for that. What's up, my good sir? Hopefully today finds you blessed and happy and healthy. Will Smith is controlled by demonic entities. Yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith. That is that demonic entity that has controlled Will Smith for many years. Oh, goodness gracious. That's hilarious. Hey, well, I think we learned that non-members can super chat. So there it is. Any non-members, feel free to insult me or ask the hard questions. All right, guys. So there's always two type of people in the podcasting world. And I've noticed this. There's people like me that tell stories, tells you about their life, tells you what they did on any given day. And, you know, they open up their heart and themselves to people. Because sometimes you're our best friend. You're the people that we want to talk to. Most other people will tell all their stories or their drama or their complaints offline to other people. But then there's the faction of people, such as myself, that get online and tell everything. Open up our heart We probably shouldn't, but we do. And then there's the other faction. The people that close everything up, never open up the truth about their life, their house, their apartment, their partners, their girlfriends, their hidden skeletons, whatever else is going on in their life. There's plenty of those fucking people. Now, what some of these people do is when they get online, instead of revealing their true self and speaking truthfully, they watch people like me who spill all our beans and our tea and whatever, and then they critique us as if they're better than us. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Oh, that is so stupid. Oh, let's look at his apartment. Oh, let's make fun of what he said. Let's make fun of what he did. That's too much information. How dare you reveal that secret? Oh, that is so stupid. You need to be smarter. You need to be more intelligent. You need to be all of this. Well, I dare these people to be as truthful and reveal their actual truth. But no. What they do is their job is to watch us and critique us and compare our decisions and our stuff to theirs, because they put themselves on a pedestal and they think they are above and better, and everything they say or do will always be better and more intelligent than what people like me, who tend to share our life online, will say and or do. So, I would say people like me are braver. We're not cowards. We're revealing things other people could never reveal, because they're afraid of the feedback or the drama loop that they will create. So for the people recently that have been calling me a coward, no such thing. I might do disappearing acts, disappear, have a lot of fears, but I'm no more of a coward than you are. And I actually reveal my life to negative feedback. And then I get beat down and I get up again, and you're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down and I get up again, and you're never going to keep me down. Oh, Danny boy, happy boy. But based off of last week's podcast, I did want to, out of the goodness of my heart, because I want to be a good person, I need to apologize for making a podcast talking shit about the Transformer girls. I would try to say it's not in my nature. It's really not. But if I did the podcast and I fought back and I defended myself based off of their narrative, it is in my nature because I did it. But I don't like when I do it. And I realize it was a bad choice. And I make a ton of bad choices in my life. And it hurts when people point those bad choices in your life. It hurts. But yeah, I don't want it to be my nature to have fighting and clap backing at people and drama. It doesn't make me feel good. I feel worse. And then they're going to make a video about me again, and they did. Am I going to watch it? No. I don't want to watch evil intent, especially directed at me. I don't want to do it. It does not put me in a good headspace. But I will fight back when I believe people are trying to direct my life or point me out or say things incorrectly. They try to create a narrative to make me look bad or worse. And it does suck when you realize that, because the only thing we have is our reputation. For people like me, that's all I got. That's all I got. I ain't got no money. I ain't got a career at the moment, unless you call this a career, which it's not. I don't got a lot of things, but I got my heart. And when you befriend people and you actually want to get to know them, and when they have an issue with you and they don't contact you to allow me to possibly apologize, but then they take it to the streets, taking it to the streets, taking it to the streets. It's a bad decision. It's a bad decision. But I apologize. I should have just let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. But every once in a while, a man is brought to his breaking point. That's right. I'm a real man. And I love women. No matter what lies or timelines or narratives you continue to push, I love women. Look at my history. I've had nothing but girls on my podcast for the most part. Yeah. I love women. Not the other gender. I don't love the other gender. I don't like my gender. I like the women. I'm secure in my sexuality that I'm not going to let it bother me moving forward. But for my own heart, I do want to apologize for people that never saw that side of me, where I'm fighting back and I'm clapping back and I'm allowing some insults to go to certain people, even though at the time I feel like they deserve it. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. But clearly I wasn't last week. So my apologies for my actions. Yeah. So I hope you guys can find yourself back to realizing that I'm a flawed man and I don't want to live in that world of drama and anger. I learned my lessons every time. Every once in a while, I was raging out after I watched that fucking video. Why the fuck didn't they contact me? If I made you mad, just contact me. I can apologize. I was raging, yo. I was raging. Fucking hate that. I hate that shit. I was raging. But every once in a while, a man is put to their breaking point. And I shouldn't have done it publicly. I didn't feel the need to contact them and apologize because they already took it to the streets. Whatever. They're in it to build a fan base. They're in it to make content. They're in it to make money. So I would expect nothing less from some of Patrick Melton's minions. All right, we're moving on. And again, to the people that don't even know that side of me, I apologize. I hope I'll never do it again. I'm sure I will. I make mistakes often. I am a flawed man. And I do try to love everybody until I can't. All right. Alfred Thunderstack calling you a coward. I couldn't imagine anybody calling you a coward. Yeah, it was the Transformer girls. And just to end it with this, some people were like, Why are you calling them Transformers? Because if you say any other words or insults, YouTube will take off your video because that is like a sensitive topic. That is a no-go zone on YouTube. So you have to use code words. You get it to not lose your channel. And Lord knows, even though I wanted to clap back and speak some more insults, I had plenty more insults. I could have went for the jugular with some of their other issues or things that I know about them. But it's not my place to do that. It's just, that was enough. Just exposing myself was enough. But again, I don't like that. And I don't know. Everybody can use something against another person as drama or receipts or whatever the case may be. And they can build their own narrative. But yeah, one of the Transformer girls contacted me after and called me a coward. I'm like, I'm the coward? You're the coward. If you had a problem with me, all you have to do is tell me and we can figure it out and I can apologize. But no, your director wife, your drama director wife, who actually has the balls in your relationship, convinces you to go online and try to make some money and sully my good name. So it's sad. It's a shitty thing to do. It's a shitty thing to do. But here's the truth. As it says on my thing, I am the only director of my life. Do not let others dictate you or your life and try to be the only director of your life. Let me look at, I made a post on Facebook and X and Twitter the other day, and I really liked it, what I wrote. So this is going to be my last bit of advice after to try to get into a show. Maybe this is a show. I don't know. Probably revealing way too much like I always do. All right, here's what I wrote. I wrote, don't let others dictate or direct your life. Let go, let God. Stop beating yourself up because others have already done that for you. Be kind to yourself because others can't be to themselves. Reflect on mistakes. Be self-aware. And there's no shame in the truth as it sets you free. And stay humble. Be down. Stay humble. How does that song go? Be down. Stay humble. A lot of people do not even have these qualities that I have. So I am very blessed. I have a lot of good qualities. I also have bad qualities, but I have a lot of good qualities, and I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself today. So the reason why I wrote that, because I was watching my boy Karmic in a really, really bad emotional video. And I was like, man, this guy is beating himself up. People beat him up all the time. So he doesn't need to even beat himself up. So that's why I made that quote. Not only for Karm, but for me, for other people. And I appreciate that. I am Shashi and classy. Be true to yourself is the best option. Being true to yourself is the best. Yeah. So thank you for being there for me last week, all day on Friday when I was going wild and crazy for what these people were doing to like create a narrative against me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being there for me. Even though I made the bad decision to go live, thank you from the bottom of my heart for always being there for me. You guys are some of the greatest people in my life, and I appreciate you truly. Corn Diff, I'm not even sure what the jugular is on the trans. I know they have juggalos. Have you ever met juggalos? I have. The juggalos and the Dabbleverse go hand in hand, probably. They probably do. A lot of unique characters, to say the least. Alfred Thundershack. Corn, it's near the Scrogina. You guys are, see, you're actually funny. And it's not in a derogatory manner toward any individual. It's a generalized statement. Generalized statements can be motherfucking funny. They don't have to be directed at individuals all the time. We got Louis C.K. I'm just kidding. Louis C. Year. Louis C. What's up, dude? Saying Bower fire. Hey, Bower's on fire. I wish. I know a lot of people want me to do a show like that every week where I tell the things that I should not say out loud, where the things I should never say I should do. But I'll be honest with you, I have it in me. I do. But it doesn't mean I want it to come out. It's not the person I want to be. It's not the person I want to be. I am an insecure, lonely individual. But I do want to share my heart and my truth and my reality with people, whether they're willing to accept it or not. Colin Madden is a new member. Bam, bam, bam. Do the member dance. Do the member dance. Nicole Shumbo is a new member. I don't know how you became a member twice. But hey, congratulations. Welcome, Nicole. All right, everybody. So let's move along. Let me, you're spitting facts, though. Everybody's at a different place in their life. I mean, it's hard as hell to find any type of joy or happiness in this fucking world. Past all of our fears. I have so many fucking fears. It's unbelievable how afraid I am 90% of the time. It's fucking unbelievable. Doesn't make me a coward. It just makes me fearing of everything. So when you have a good day and you're willing to face whatever fears you have, I applaud you. I applaud you. I applaud you from the bottom of my heart. Double the pleasure, double the fun. Remember that commercial? Okay, guys and gals. So check this out. All right, I'm broke. But I'm so blessed to be paying my bills. And I'm not going to pretend and lie to you like a lot of other people do, where they constantly flaunt their money or they talk about their money or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm struggling. If I wasn't living in California, I'd be doing much better. Maybe not that much better, but I would be doing better. It's hard as hell to do anything in California. I mean, California. I mean, Hollyweird. I mean, Hollywood. But I'm thinking of ways to try to supplement my income. And I have to sell things every once in a while. And I recently found out that this stereo that I have, this Sharp GF 9896, I think that's what it says. Let me see if I can make it bigger and look at it. No. But look, I bought this retro stereo, I don't know, about 20 years ago at a thrift store for $7. And it worked. It even had a cockroach where you change the radio stations of the dial. It had like the dead body of a cockroach that within time it disintegrated. But boy, I could see that cockroach's shell. And I was like, hell yeah, this is a ghetto blaster for sure. This is a ghetto blaster for sure. Now, the right or the left speaker had a little bit of a hole in it. And just recently, I started watching videos to see if there was any videos about it and how much it was worth, if it was working, because I need money. I'm always worrying about trying to pay my bills. And I saw it online on a couple of places working for upwards of $3,000. Then I saw one that wasn't working. They said like as is, it looked decent. And they had it for like $900. So I was thinking my stereo that I love is somewhere worth between $900 and $3,000. Do I want to sell it? No. But if I think about having at least $1,000 or $1,500 in my bank account to at least make me feel comfortable and not worrying about bills and rent for a month or so, would I be willing to part ways? I would. But I am going to clean it up. I'm going to test it. I'm pretty sure it's working. I haven't tested it in years. It did fall down. I had it on a shelf in my previous garage studio. I don't know if it's a studio, but that's what I called it. And it fell down one day. We had a little bit of the garage was next door to another property, and they put something against the wall and it hit it, and it fell down and it cracked a little bit of the top, and the handle went up to the left, so the handle's a little weird. And I checked it after that, and it was still working. But that was probably, I don't know, that was a good while ago. But I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to make a video to the best of my abilities where I'm just going to talk about it and clean it up and test to see if it's working. Because in my opinion, that is fucking something awesome to have. That is fucking awesome to have. I used to, back in the days when I considered myself a break dancer, I used to hang out with a couple of friends of mine. After watching the movie Break-In or Beat Street, I would go out into the damn streets with some cardboard. We'd find cardboard, and we'd walk around the neighborhood of the San Fernando Valley of the North Hollyweird. And we'd have our cardboard. We'd have a boom box with Buffalo Gal going round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Say, Buffalo Girl going round the outside. Do-she-do your partner. And music like that. And my favorite song was There's No Stopping Us, No Stopping. No one does it better. And I became a break dancer. I was doing the rerun, the pop locking. Then I had a special move. I got on my knees, and then I'd spin around on my one knee, go like this. Then I learned how to do the worm. It's funny to see a fat guy with my body type doing the worm, where you pick up half of your body and you kind of do it like a bunny hop. It's called the worm. I was good at that shit. And I was good at pop locking. I was good at doing the Egyptian lover. Egyptian lover, baby. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been gone. But I want to make a video, and I wanna see if this retro cassette boombox player works. And I don't have a cassette though to play. Damn it. I don't know if I have a cassette. Maybe I need to go to a thrift store and pick up a cassette tape. I don't think I have any here. But what do you guys think, man? Have you ever owned a boombox? Did you guys ever run around and break dance and do stuff like that? Please let me know. Anxiety is crippling. It is on many occasions. Anxiety is fucking crippling. There's a lot of people that are such aggressive fucking assholes that they're like, anxiety is not real. It's not real. Maybe not to you, but Lord knows if you would feel it from people that are afflicted with it. Whether it's all in your head or not, it becomes real. Nicole, good to see ya. Had a broken keyboard. I bought a broken keyboard. For your computer? That does suck. Did you buy used or something? I have had that done to me. Not in that fashion. But like so did you have a keyboard that was broken? Then you bought a keyboard used and it came and it was still broken? Things that make you go, Thrift Shop song by Macklemore. That is a good song. I got $20 in my pocket. Dun, 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 dun. That is a good song. I love thrift stores. I do. And there's a lot of people online. I watch some of their videos where they make a living by going to thrift stores and buying merchandise like that. And then they sell it offhand. Albeit you have to have a big ass storage space to do so. But they do that all the time. They do that all the time. And, could I do that? Should I do that? I could, but I'd have to create like an Amazon store or eBay store or something like that. And I'd have to mark it up, take pictures. It's a lot of work. You buy something for $5, you try to sell it for $20. Then after you ship it and the seller fees or whatever, you make $7. It's tough. But hey, it's honestly something for some people to do to make a couple of extra bucks here and there. So, yeah, if I can get over my anxiety and my fears and my depression, I should definitely do a lot more things, positive things like that. But again, I'm one of the only self-aware people that admit my failures and my truth. You said thrift shop, so I was just being a goof. No problem. I love it. Be a goof all the time. I love it. Do it. I have an eBay store. There you go. Hell yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome. It's a lot of work, though. So I'm proud of you. I really am. All right, guys. Let's do a little bit of Taylor Swift talk. Just because I'm fascinated by all of this. And for anybody that's in the chat room, in the members only, let me know what the hell is actually happening. Apparently, the wedding is happening today. The wedding's happening today or right now at Madison Square Garden. Is it being televised? Is it on pay-per-view? Again, I don't know the truth. I really do not know. And I should have done research, but nah, I'm just spitballing, talking my shit. I do love the Family Guy cartoon where, I forgot his name, but the kid in Family Guy met Taylor Swift at a concert and they became a couple. And then they broke up and then she wrote music about him. And that's what she does. She recycles, rinses, and repeats that same type of stuff. And we got Mr. fucking Pharmacy. I'm a Raider fan, so fuck Travis Kelce. We got Mr. Pharmaceutical guy that tried to get everybody to do the vaccines, marrying Taylor Swift. Is it a sham wedding? Is it all for shits and giggles? I think so. But my goodness, is the mainstream talking about it? And let's be honest, is it televised? Are they creating like they did with her concert? Are they creating a special? Are they filming it and then it'll be in a documentary? Why isn't this live on BET or whatever those reality VH1? Sorry, I said the wrong reality TV channel. Why isn't this on VH1? We know why it's not on BET. Sorry. Well, it should be on BET. Bitch Entertainment Television. But look, when Taylor Swift was country, I was attracted to her. She's a hottie. Is she still a hottie? I ain't gonna lie. I think she's gorgeous. But she's in the news with everything. AI, porn of her, this and that. And now she's marrying Travis Kelce. I am a real American. Will fight for my rights of every man, as Travis Kelce claims to be. But then he sells the vaccine for $20 million. Mr. Pfizer. Fuck you, Mr. Pfizer. How many people did you kill with that nonsense? Hey, but I'm fascinated to a certain degree. And, let me take off the banner. I don't have to have it on all the time. But yeah. What the fuck is actually happening with this Taylor Swift stuff? And who the fuck cares? Apparently I do. But I want to know, how much does this wedding cost at Madison Square Garden? I just got simple questions. Simple questions of a conspiracy nature, not of a conspiracy nature, but like of critical thinking. First off, why are you having your wedding at Madison Square Garden if you don't want it to be public? Do you have 60,000 friends that need to be in attendance for Madison Square Garden for your non-public wedding? Why would it be at Madison Square Garden? One of the biggest venues in the world. If you don't want to have a public wedding, unless you're filming it for a documentary or something in the future, as your entire life is that of content. Just like everybody in the Dabbleverse, not everybody, but most of the people in the Dabbleverse, they want everything for drama and content. Why the fuck would you do it at Madison Square Garden? And even though you're one of the most richest and popular people in the world, do you even need 60,000 seats to fill? And if you are filming it for a documentary or something in the future, and the truth is you only have 500 people that are close to you, maybe 1,000, I'll give you 1,000. Why would you want to share only 1,000 people at Madison Square Garden in your documentary? Just so you can flaunt that you can get Madison Square Garden for your wedding? That you want to be non-public? And how many millions of dollars are you costing the fucking city to do security in the neighborhoods and on the streets around it, shutting off of the streets? Did you get permits for it? New York, you don't need permits sometimes. I mean, you need permits to film, but they're free of charge. Is that why you picked New York? They're allowing you to film free of charge for promotion for their city? Because I remember years ago, it was free to film when I did some commercials and I filmed a movie and some other stuff in New York. I remember the streets were free to film as long as they got a permit. Who the fuck is paying for the police officers, the security? And then on top of that, your wedding dress, everything. Who's paying for it? Now, if we're going traditional, Taylor, listen here, Taylor, if we're going traditional, I don't think I ever want to truly get married. Can't afford it, first off. Do I want to have a white wedding? Of course I do. Do I want to get married? Yes, I want a white picket fence. I want a house. I want a beautiful wifey. But legal paperwork, NDA agreements, or whatever they're called, where they take half. I want half, Eddie. I want half, Eddie. I'm an American woman now. I want half, Eddie. I'm an American woman now, Eddie. Who the fuck is paying for this? In a traditional wedding, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe the bride's father has to pay for the wedding? Or is it the groom's father? I think it's the bride's father, right? Father of the bride pays for the wedding. Is Taylor Swift's father rich enough to pay for Madison Square Garden? And then why is Taylor Swift using her father to pay for this? She better have sent that motherfucker like $5 million to pay for this wedding to keep up the optics. So I'm a little concerned on how it's being paid for. Is it a corporation? Is it sponsored by a makeup company, a music company? And will Scooter Braun, her enemy, show up and get a ticket? Will she perform at her wedding? Will she sing her own wedding song? Will she write a wedding song? She'll probably write a divorce song soon after, but will she write a wedding song? Then on top of that, is she going to have a garter belt on? Is she going to have a garter belt? I used to love that when I would go to weddings and the beautiful brides would wear a garter belt. They would throw it out into the crowd or something like that. And I think it was for only the girls. Or was it the men? Pretty sure it was the men, because I went to a couple of weddings and I remember the girl throwing out the garter belt. They have like a little garter belt. Sexy ass lingerie right there. And I remember them throwing out the garter belt, and I caught that fucking thing. So, oh shit. I'm sure I was watching porn around this time. I was falling in love with lingerie girls. I like soft porn, to be quite honest with you. The lingerie, the natural beauties of a woman, the lingerie, the clothing, that shit is just gorgeous to me. But I caught a garter belt one time. I was like, woohoo! And then I think in that same wedding, they were throwing out the bouquet. And I think my dumbass thought the bouquet, I can get that one too. So I fought for that fucking bouquet. And then people were yelling at me, you're not supposed to be going for the bouquet. Like, I'm confused. Just like at a bar mitzvah for the Jewish kids, I'm confused as fuck. And at the weddings, I'm confused. But when a girl wants to take off a little piece of lingerie close to her panties and she wants to throw it at men, I'm all in. I'm all in. That's how much I love women. Actual women. I am sassy and classy. It was probably given to her for free. The wedding? Man, that's a really kick in reality's ass if that's true. That is a kick in reality's ass if that's true. She already gets everything else. She doesn't deserve this for free. But again, it's probably sponsored by somebody. What politicians are going to be there? What are they going to use against her? Are they going to have fireworks? Where are they going on the honeymoon? Are there going to be photographers at the honeymoon? Are there going to be leaked photos? They got content for weeks after this shit. And you're saying probably Madison Square gave it to her for free for publicity. Well, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that could be the actual truth. In my opinion, Madison Square Garden is already a popular venue. They don't need any more publicity, even from Taylor Swift. And it's a Friday. And they're shutting down the streets. It's going to cost the city millions. That would be bad publicity for Madison Square Garden in another direction if you look at it from that view. So I don't think Madison Square Garden, this is wanted or needed. So they're being paid. They're being paid a ton of money. Plus, why would they shut down on a Friday when they don't need publicity? They're already one of the biggest venues in the world. And all the artists want to perform there. And now I think they opened up an avenue to do weddings for the rich and famous. That's what it is. Instead of concerts and shows and comedy shows or whatever, they've now opened themselves up like a church to do weddings. So they're allowing the rich and famous to give them millions of dollars to be their church and to be their wedding event and their dance hall after the vows. So yeah, that's my thought. I don't think Madison Square Garden gave it to them for free. They're definitely getting paid somehow, some way. But now I think Madison Square Garden is letting the world know we are now doing weddings. We are now doing weddings. Everybody got to make a buck. Look, Taylor Swift, if you want to get married in my little studio apartment, come on down. That'll be really private. Okay? We could even make some toilet tacos after, Taylor, for you and Travis Kelce. That's some good eats right there. Some good eats. I am sassy and classy. It could all be a scam and they won't even be there and we'll be somewhere else. It's a holographic wedding. That's fucking awesome. Let's go. Let's have a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce hologram wedding like Tupac. All right, guys, I'm fascinated. I'm interested to watch all the YouTube videos later tonight off the wedding, and it's just interesting to me. Am I jealous? Hell yeah! I could never imagine or dream of being this popular and having Madison Square Garden to have a wedding. But hey, now I got something to look forward to. Way to take a positive spin, Mikey. All right, everybody. Please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of this channel for early and exclusive content. And today's is a members-only stream where I'm just hanging out, celebrating life in every breath. And I'm saying thank you to everybody. And this is fun for me. So I appreciate you guys for being a part of this show. And I will be trying to go live at least once a week, every Friday, depending on what podcast I will do. I do not know. But it's either going to be this one or the Happy Alien podcast or Mikey's World, where I talk a little bit about movies and TV and other things and conspiracies. But I did want to let everybody know that online, we did a Salute Your Shorts reunion. That is an awesome fucking photo, by the way, for the Splat Attack people. So we have a 35-year anniversary reunion on YouTube on the channel called Splat Attack. You guys can search it up on YouTube. If any of you guys were fans or of the Nickelodeon show that I was on 35 fucking years ago, we did a reunion where we talked to about 5 of the cast members. Not everybody made it. Not everybody's interested, but we're all still in contact with each other. But people, some people just want to stay away from certain things. But hopefully in the future, we can do another one. Maybe I can do a one-on-one with some of them on my channel in the future. But I just wanted to promote it and let everybody know that there was a 35th anniversary for Salute Your Shorts on the Splat Attack channel. And yeah, it was really nice to hang out with some of them, even online, and say hello and realize life is beautiful. And there's more than drama and anxiety and fears, and we can all celebrate our past. Even though sometimes I feel like I don't have a future and I have to live through my past, it's still a beautiful thing when people come together and celebrate life and their achievements. Nicole Magenta! I love your avatar. You're just lying down, looking beautiful, like, hello, hello. You said, we watched it and enjoyed it. That's freaking awesome. That's what it's meant to do. And we got Corn Diff saluting shorts with emojis. I don't even know how to do emojis and all that other stuff, dude. I don't know how to do all that stuff, man. I am an old man when it comes to being online and all of this stuff. But I am on most of the platforms now. I am on TikTok a little bit, Instagram a little bit, X a little bit. X is the worst platform. So much negativity there, more so than others. And then I'm on YouTube. Oh, I have a Snapchat. That's where I hope to get all the sexy photos from the women. Apparently that, do you got a Snapchat? You're supposed to do it on Snapchat. I'll be honest with y'all. When I did get the sexy photos from women on Snapchat, a little while later, I was getting ready to enjoy the photos more so than normal, maybe the next day, and it was gone. The photos were gone. Well, that's what Snapchat does. It keeps our conversations private. The photos disappear. What the hell? No. No. If you go and send naughty photos, I don't want them to disappear when I'm ready to use them in a specific nature. I don't like Snapchat. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can we all have the balls, if we're going to send out something naughty, to let it go to somebody's profile, to somebody's phone and not delete? Because everybody's afraid it'll get used against them. People will use whatever text messages against them in the future. Why do they act ashamed after they send it? Huh? Don't be ashamed of it. If you sent it and you remember you did, admit it. I've sent out a ton. Probably shouldn't have. Wasn't the right choice, but I've sent out a ton to women that I'm trying to connect with, make love to actual women. Have I been catfished? I'm sure I have. Sure I have. Shucks. But hey, I don't mind admitting it. I'm looking for love and I'm horny in all the wrong places. But yeah, Snapchat. I got a Snapchat. I don't like it. Apparently, though, girls can make money now on Snapchat. and they sell content through Snapchat. So it's all good. But there's too many robots on all of these profiles. Too many motherfucking robots. You don't even know who's real, what's a robot, if it's a real person, if they really like you. It's all good. That's why it's hard to befriend somebody in real life. You think everything you say or do will be used against you. And it's not even a motherfucking court of law. But I did realize it's against the law to share text messages and photos and anything on YouTube. I did look that up. And depending on the nature of the text messages or the photos, if it's defamatory or whatever, or of a sexual nature, they could be arrested or get into a lawsuit. Definitely. So, it's sad that we have to live in a world today where you cannot be truthful or naughty or whatever with anybody of any nature without worrying about it, or they take screenshots, or they're going to share it when you get mad at them, or they feel like you got mad at them, or they disrespected you, or you disrespected them. I'm going to share with the world. What the fuck? Calm down. Relax. So, such a fucking scary world. And it's sad that we cannot just fornicate in private and not worry about it being released. Especially for somebody that's an actor or an entertainer or a podcast host or something. We got to be detectives with everybody. We got to be detectives with every single person. Why do you want a picture of me? Why? All right, here's a legal document before I send a naughty picture of a body part. Here's a legal document. You cannot present this photo in any nature of a derogatory with this and that. Please sign here, dated June 15th, 2026. All right, I'll email you the document. There you go. There's the email of the document. And then after you signed it, then I'll send you a titty picture or a penis picture. You got to sign the document. I got to protect myself. You got to sign an NDA. Just to be horny. This fucking world, y'all. Oh, this fucking world. In this world of mine. A ray of light. Hey, sweetie, I'm real. Can't stay. Hope you have a great day. What's up, a ray of light? Good to see you, beautiful. Thank you for saying hello. And I know you're real. And now let's get to CB33. He wants all the tea. Damn, I'm late. Well, go back and watch the previous parts of the show and you'll realize I think I answered a lot of the questions you might have moving forward. But here's what you wanted to do, and I forgot to talk about this, so thank you for reminding me, CB. You're not always a good egg, but when you are, I appreciate it. Are you going to put this stream behind the $50 paywall for a week? No. I put the last stream behind a paywall because, like I said, trying to make some extra money. And if people want drama content and they want reality TV, might as well pay for it. And I moved it down. I moved it from the top tier to the middle tier. After 2 days, I moved the last week's live stream. I had it at the top tier for my members. And it wasn't $50. I'll explain that in a minute. I think at the time it was like $19. But I had it for my top tier because I have fears. I wasn't proud of myself. You know, talking shit, calling people insults and transforming. I wasn't proud of myself. But I figured if people in the Dabbleverse want to clip it more, I'll put it on my top tier, maybe make a couple of members in my top tier. Then 2 days later, I moved it to my middle tier, hoping to get a couple of bucks. And then a couple of days later, I put it on the regular member tier. I think I only put it on the regular member tier for a day or so. Then I put it back to the middle tier. I think it's on the middle tier now. Oh, no, maybe I put it back to the middle tier. And then I think I put it back to the top tier again. Because I'm not proud of it. And I explained that in the beginning of today's show. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. But if you guys want to watch it, fuck it. If I can make one, it's like a girl sharing their stuff. If they want to share it, and they're like, you know, my boobies are worth $100. Give me gold. And people give them the gold. So if people want to watch that video and make more content from it, give me gold. Give me a couple of bucks. Because I'm not proud of my behavior. But I will leave it online. But I'm not proud of my behavior. Now, you brought up another good, interesting thing that I did want to... I kind of wanted to mention it earlier because I think I did something wrong. And I'm pretty sure I did. So, when I was having my anxiety and my fears about that podcast, YouTube, other people might know this, but YouTube just about a week or so ago, they added something that when I opened up my phone or my YouTube, it said, you need to relook at your members' payment or something like that. Like you can change your members' payments, or we have a new members' payment section or something like that. So I clicked on the button, then it showed me like something about the members, and it said my members was $1.99 for my low tier. I think it was $5.99 for my middle tier, and I think it was either $9.95 or $19.95 for my top tier members. And I was like, I need money. And my real members will be my members regardless. So economy is always going up. The economy is always going up. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to add another $1 to my members' payment fees or whatever. So I figured $2.99 was good. I do feel bad. But hey, I'm trying something. But I was worried that it was going to delete all my members if I changed the rates. But I was like, man, I'd like to get $2.99 for a normal member. And then I think I put it at $6.99 for the middle tier. It might have been $7.99. I'm not exactly sure. And then I put $7.99 or $6.99 for the middle tier. Then I figured the big tier, because I kind of want to make some I want to make some shit talking videos. I want to release my anger, especially in the Dabbleverse world, whenever I feel like raging. So when I was reading this and I was adding a couple of dollars to it, and then I had my top tier, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really purposely making videos for my top tier all that much. So I'm going to make that shit like $50. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to make that shit like $50. And then whenever I want to rage and say some really fucking insults and some really bad shit that I should never do. Again, it's not my character. But when I really want to do something like that, I was like, I'm going to make a video and talk some shit, and I will put that at the $50 top tier member. So if people are going to cancel me or clip the videos or watch it and create a narrative and make me look even worse than I already am while I'm clapping back or talking shit, while I'm saying the things out loud that I shouldn't say, fuck it. They're going to pay $50 for it. Fuck it. They want content. They want content for their Dabbleverse and their channel. There it is. So if you talk shit about me and I watch a clip and I'm raging and I got some shit to say, you guys might find that in a video for my $50 section. For my $50 section. So that'll be cool. But yeah, but here's was my concern. I was concerned that if I changed the prices in a weird way, like I do understand it's even hard to give me $2 a month for a lot of people. But I was worried that they would have to now start paying, what was it, $2.99 or $7.99 or whatever it is, you know, every month. Like, they were already a member. Let's say they're already a member for $1.99. And now I raised it to $2.99. Now I was worried that, and I don't know if this may come true, I don't know. But I was hoping they don't get charged $2.99 every month after, because they're already a member at $1.99. And then I read somewhere when I was doing that information, I read somewhere on the YouTube screen, it said members that are already members will stay at that amount, at that whatever financial rate. It literally said that the members that are already members at that designated rate will stay at that rate regardless if I change my fees. So I was like, okay, cool. That makes me feel better. So for the new people that want to become members, it's going to be $1 more for the bottom tier, maybe a couple of dollars more for the middle tier. And then if you want to see all that trash talk bullshit or whatever, $50. Or even the people that are honestly a fan of mine for 1 month, they might just want to give $50 on there and watch the videos and then not become a member the next month. So that, in a weird way, is like a paywall service that's interesting to me for the top tier. So 3 or 4 months from now, if I make 3, 4, or 5 videos of a weird nature for the top tier people, 5 months from now, somebody like a Patrick Melton or whoever can spend $50 for a month, watch all the videos, download them. He'll probably try to post them again and make fun of me, whatever, but at least I got $50. I don't know if that makes sense to other people, but it did to me at the time. And I don't think YouTube is going to charge my members the new rate if they're already a member previously at my $1.99 rate. We got a few new members today, so I'm sure they're paying the $3, and I appreciate that. I really do. So that's what I did, Colin Madden, to answer your question. So that's what I did and why I put that one video in those weird tiers. But I did read, and I felt bad right when I reached the bottom of the screen after I changed the fees. Then there was a little button that said, you cannot change the payment structures for up to 1 year. So if I wanted to go back and make it cheaper or change it, after I press this button, I cannot do that for 1 year. Then I thought to myself, I hope I get one $50 person. Fuck it. That's $50 possibly. And I was like, all right, fuck it. But apparently I can't change it for up to a year. So that's what I did. CB was just curious. I can't do $50 a month. No. The regular members they're going to get most of the videos. And the middle tier sometimes will get the videos a day or two before the regular members will, and vice versa. And the middle tier members moving forward are going to get the link to when I want to have members on a live stream. I can't do it for the $3 members, but I can definitely do it for the $7 members. I can definitely send them the link to hang out on a live stream with me. And of course, the $50 members will get the live stream link as well when I do a members only, video stream. I don't know. I don't know if my thought processes are correct. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to make a couple of extra bucks. I'm also trying to separate bad people from worse people. And when I'm not proud of something, I don't want to delete it or take it offline and look like an actual coward or whatever. But so I want to leave it online so that way people, don't think that I'm deleting anything of my life. I'm not proud of it, but I'll leave it up there. But will I delete things in the future? Dude, I have moments all the time where I delete a lot of anxiety files, videos. I'm just not proud. I'm just not happy. And I don't want to look back at those videos and realize how much I struggle. But if people want to use content against me, you're probably going to have to do it in the $50 member section moving forward, if that made any sense. Don't worry about these hooligans, Bower. It is whatever tier it needs to be in. Thank you, brother. You read all my comments like I'm yelling at you. Again, brother, I don't do a good job at separating text. I go into every live stream thinking everybody hates me and wants to troll me and prove that I'm a liar or expose me. That's how I go into everything. And I need to do better. Sorry about that. You read all my comments like I'm yelling at you, but I was just wondering things. It's all good, brother. You're at a better mental space than I am sometimes. Yeah, there you go. That's a good statement. Yeah, yes, they get grandfathered in. Justin Powers, 72.59. I would never pay $50 to hear Stupid Melton. I would pay upwards of $100 to hear you, Mikey. That is a beautiful compliment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But Melton went live the other day, and I was watching the clips. Apparently, he got struck by Chad Zumach. But people were also saying he made like $3,000 to $5,000. A lot of people pay Melton to hear him talk. So, but thank you for that compliment. That was beautiful and awesome. All right, let's talk about some conspiracies that have just entered my mind, okay? Oh, I also wanted to say this. I watched this video. Not this video. Somebody made a clip of one of the movies I was in with Joe Mantegna, Martin Sheen, called Captain Nuke and the Bomber Boys. It was also called in Europe, it was called Demolition Day. And it was the first Roger Corman movie for kids. And it was a first $1 million budget for Roger Corman. And that was like my first starring role. Like, I'm basically Captain Nuke, as the name says in the movie. And somebody made a clip of it on TikTok, and then I think I reposted it. It's a scene of me yelling at Martin Sheen. And it brought back the memories of my father. And Melton likes to disrespect the memory of my father on any given fucking moment. But I've been thinking of my father a lot lately, and especially at July 4th. I lost my father in 2017. He was my hero, and he's one of the only reasons that, we were alive for many years. He worked like 3 jobs to take care of us. My mother was gone. But I've been thinking of my father a lot lately, especially around the holidays and Memorial Days. And then I saw the clip of this scene of me in the movie Captain Nukem the Bomber Boys, where I'm yelling at Martin Sheen, and it brought back the memory of my father. And I had one of the proudest days of my life working on this movie. My father found out I was working with Martin Sheen, one of the Academy Award-winning actors from On the Waterfront, was in that movie as well, Rod Steiger. And I worked with some legends in that movie. They were taking themselves down to a B movie level to be in that movie, and they were reining it in for a paycheck, but it was my first starring role. And I think it was technically my only starring role. And that doesn't mean my name is on top of everybody else's. It just means that, like, I'm the lead character of the entire film. That the entire film centers around my character and my friends. And my name, or the name of my character, is on the title. But I had one of my proudest days on this fucking movie. And when I saw the clip, I was coming out of my depression, my anxiety of yelling at the Transformer girls. And I wasn't proud of myself. And I'm trying to build myself back up. And then I realized, man, I had one of my proudest days on that movie because of my father. My father found out I was working with Martin Sheen from Apocalypse Now, and my father is a fan and a friend of his, not a friend, but wants to be a friend of his. He's an icon and a legend to my father. Some of you guys say I'm a legend and an icon to you. Thank you. I don't deserve it, but thank you. But I told my dad I'm working with Martin Sheen, and he's like, oh my God, no effing way. And then I told him, you're going to come to the set one day. And my dad, I was over 18 at this point in my career, so my dad didn't have to drive me to sets. I got a car. I was doing all this stuff on my own. I believe it was 1995, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I was like 19 or 20 when I filmed this movie. But I picked up my father. He got all dressed up. And he's like, hey, you know, he's so proud of me. He's like, I'm going to the set. I'm going to meet Martin Sheen. I'm going to meet Martin Sheen. So I bring him to the set. And then Martin Sheen comes on set that day in the morning. Then we're doing our makeup and everything. Then we're about to go, like, rehearse our lines and stuff like that. And then I introduce Martin Sheen to my father. And damn it, I need to bring that picture up of my father and Martin Sheen. Fudge. It's on my hard drive that's not connected. Fuck. But I took a picture of my father with Martin Sheen. And my father was grinning from ear to ear in this photograph. I'll share it later today on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. I'll share it later today. Or tomorrow for July 4th because of the memory of my father. So go to my social medias. But my father was grinning from ear to ear. And I was just like, damn. My dreams were coming true. And on this movie, I felt like an actor. Because I had a moment before this moment happened where I'm in a dressing room rehearsing my lines with Martin Sheen. And I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm rehearsing lines in a trailer and I'm starring in a movie with Martin Sheen. My dad's icon and legend. I am an actor. I go, oh my God, I made it. I made it. I made it. I'm a lead in the film. I made it. So I will never forget this movie, whether it's good or not, or the best or not. Some interesting shit. Very hacky. Is it more hacky than the Dabbleverse? No. But it's very hacky. But so later in the day after my father took that picture with Martin Sheen, Martin Sheen sat down at the lunch table with me and my dad. literally saw us sitting down, and instead of going to his trailer and eating his food, he decided to sit down with my father and me, and they started telling stories. My dad is a jazz musician. My dad was Buddy Rich's partner in movies and soundtracks with a big-time drummer named Buddy Rich. My brother was named after my dad's best friend, Buddy Rich. My brother's name is Buddy. And they shared stories. And I'm just forever proud of that day. I am just forever proud of that day. And because it's July 4th, and again, Patrick Melton and people like that, they can make fun of me all they want. They can do everything they want to do against me. But it really hurts when they direct attacks at my father. You guys say, he never said anything. He never did anything. Yes, he did. Go back and watch his videos if they're online. He cusses out my father and talks shit on a couple of occasions that I unfortunately had to watch it live. But July 4th is a special day for me because my dad went blind from cataracts and glaucoma. And he was homebound with health issues a lot. And we had to kind of take care of him in the later years while I was also getting sick and having my anxiety and depressions. But on July 4th, I would take my dad outside every July 4th to listen to the neighborhood fireworks. Let's call them gunshots of the places I lived in or I can afford. But I would take my dad outside to get some fresh air. I did it on other occasions. People always want to make fun of me for that. But that was the night, like, because me and my dad was the one during my childhood that took me to July 4th events. My dad worked at a restaurant, and they would have a July 4th concert at the park where I saw like whatever's left of the Commodores in Torrance. I think the name of the park is Pacific Park. And my dad would work at a restaurant out there, and then they would do a concert on July 4th, and I would go with him every year. They'd have fireworks. That was our holiday together. Then my dad worked on a Princess Louise like cruise line next to the actual Love Boat where he would play music there. And that was the San Pedro Fish Market. He would play there as well, sometimes on holidays. And the holiday, especially July 4th, was our holiday. So I would take my father outside onto my little front lawn when I had the house. And we would drink a beer. I'm not a big drinker, but I wanted my dad to feel like a man, and I wanted him to have a beer, and he could listen because he was blind at this point in his life, that he could listen to the fireworks. And we could tell stories of all the events that he took me to as a child, that he played at, being a drummer. So July 4th is a very, very special holiday. Not only the birth of America, it's just one of those things that me and my father have that I could hang on to. So that's why July 4th means a lot to me. Deleting things doesn't make you look like a coward. Again, everybody's going to have insults and names for me. It's all good. I'm like the cowardly lion. When I finally get a heart, or whatever he gets in the Wizard of Oz, he becomes a better person. He levels up. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, I didn't want to see regular chat today. I just didn't want to. So I'm definitely fearful a lot of times, especially when I'm in a really good mood. I don't want regular chat idiocracy to bring me down. Unfortunately, it does affect me. But I just wanted to recommend everybody that I had one of the greatest days of my life on Captain Nuke and the Bomber Boys with my father. And in that movie, I somehow, as a teenager, come into possession of a nuclear bomb. So you guys check out that movie if you can find it online. It's really hard to find. It's not airing anywhere that I know of. But yeah, you cinephiles and you movie people, go out there and hit me up, man. I have a VHS copy that I recorded digitally, but I heard there's different versions out there. But yeah, I wanna share these stories with the world at a later time and date. But now going back to having a nuclear weapon in that movie, I'm really worried. I don't know if I truly believe in nuclear bombs. Again, I'm all over the place all the time. I don't know if I believe in them. I just know that when I see the footage of a nuclear bomb exploding and it tearing up the land like in Indiana Jones and everywhere else, you start to think, how did the camera survive to film it? The radiation, the blast, why didn't it blow up the film? Why didn't it disintegrate the film, the video, the tapes? Just thoughts I have. Thoughts I have. And in some conspiracy circles, the atomic bomb is the ultimate lie or weapon that they can use against the entire world and every country. Where if they shared the videos of bombs, but maybe it's not an actual atomic bomb, but they call it an atomic bomb. It's a mushroom bomb, but maybe it's not an actual atomic bomb. Again, I don't know, but they can scare the world everywhere, and we can go to wars. But again, do all the countries have 50, 60, 70 nuclear bombs? Why the heck haven't they exploded? How are they all being taken care of? How come all of these supposed silos haven't burned up and blown up these bombs? I don't know, man. Just questions I fucking have. And the computer system with these bombs are from 1985. I don't know what's real or fake. But I'm leaning toward the bombs are real. But if they're not, they can be used against us to fear, monger, and do all that other stuff. No doubt in my mind. Well, they killed everybody in Hiroshima. I mean, any bomb would do that. A ton of bombs would do that. And one big ass bomb, maybe it's not atomic, I don't know, but would do that. I have a lot of questions for everything. I am an ever-changing personality. But I'm really worried because we're at war. We're doing all of these things. This is an insane year. It seems like all the turmoil and the problems are happening all at once, whether it be the UFO files, the Epstein files, the race wars, the ICE this, the that. As a conspiracy theorist, we try to put puzzle pieces together. We're not always right, but a lot of these things are truthful. We just don't have all the facts. So I'm really worried. Something about the 250th anniversary of America has me scared. For a false flag, for an event, because the whole world's going to be watching. It's happening on a Saturday. The whole world's going to be watching. There's going to be thousands of events in cities across the country. So can we expect mass shootings? Can we expect bombs or anything of a political nature going off? Yes, we can. I'm very nervous of what agenda or hoax or an actual real event could happen on Saturday this year. Why? Because it just feels that way. And I listen to my gut. I'm afraid for a lot of people. Now, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of this weather stuff that's going on. And I'm very, very afraid. Again, if you believe they can control the weather, if they can manipulate the weather, they can manipulate events, hoaxes, everything, crisis actors. Again, I don't know where any of you stand with any of this stuff. Not everything's a conspiracy, Michael. Yes, it is. Look up the definition. Whenever two people talk to do something, that's a conspiracy. So, and they even sue people for that same thing. Conspiracy to commit murder. Well, I didn't commit murder, but you're being charged with conspiracy. Okay. It's like that movie with, what's his name? Damn, why can't I think of his name? The Scientology guy. The big ass guy in the world. That movie, Minority Report. I can't think of his name. I'm blanking. One of the biggest stars in the world. I can't think of his name. But I'm scared, guys. So let me know this, or let me let you all know this. All right. We got Trump in office, and they're taking over countries. They want Greenland. They want Cuba. They took over Venezuela, and they used the excuse of getting rid of the dictator. And they did that, again, in my opinion, to take over their country and their financial and their oil system. They took over Venezuela. Okay? To get rid of, what's his name? Maduro? I think that's his name. So they took over Venezuela. They put whoever they thought would be their puppet in office. Now they're taking over the oil system in Venezuela. Then they went to war with Iran, and they're trying to control the oil of the Strait of Hormuz. They're doing that to gain control, to have power. So they're rebuilding the Venezuela system with American interest to make American dollars for our country, but they use it as freeing the Venezuelan citizens. Same thing with Iran. They're trying to take over the oil fields and all that and not letting Iran hoard up everything. America's trying to get a piece of the pie and doing the bidding of the Jewish interest or the Zionist or Netanyahu or whoever, doing the bidding of them. They're trying to get a piece of that pie as well in the Strait of Hormuz. They're trying to gain some power. Now, in conspiracy circles as well, every time there's a great reset in the world or new property comes in, there always seems to be a fire. The Great Fire of Chicago, the Great Fire of New York, the Great Fire of this area. Then all the new buildings come in. The new companies, corporations buying up the property, they all come in and take over the land after a great fire. Now that's 200 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever. But we, for the past 10 years, have been hearing about the Great Reset. The Great Reset of America, the New World Order. As we're going digitally now, we have different companies. We need to create different companies to monetize. The currency is becoming different. It's crypto, it's online, it's many different factions. We are not the United States of America. We are the United States of America Corporation. Tom Cruise, that's his name. Thank you. Thank you. We are the United States of America Corporation. And we got a new president of that corporation, a president that's out for himself more so than the insurance holders or the policy holders like the American citizens. The money system is collapsing, and it will collapse within the next 10 to 15 years. So presidents like Trump and all the politicians and everybody else, they're all trying to steal and take as much property and money before it's all officially destroyed. That's what's happening. And now we're having great fires in Maui, great fires in every different city across the world. Why? So people are dying, properties are getting burned up, and then they're being bought by other companies, and property values or property and land is going to corporations. They're taking everything from the regular people in different factions. Even the insurance brokers, when you try to sell a house or you try to buy a house, the house is put on the market for $700,000, $500,000, whatever it is. And then nobody has actual money to buy that house. But then the brokerage companies or the realtor companies, I forgot the names of them, but they go in and they buy that house for $700,000 because they got a lot of money in their bank accounts. The Blackwaters, the Stillwaters, whatever these corporations are called that run all of the world. They buy all these houses, and you're happy because you're selling your house for $500,000. Then you get offered $100,000 more. You're like, hell yeah, I'll take it and I'll sell it to that corporation or that company or that realtor. Then most of the time they don't turn around and sell the house at a cheaper value. They keep the house. It's going to liquidate. It's going to create more money. Or they sell it to other people and they make even more money. So the middleman, the middle class is no longer. So that's what's happening in the world. And it's all in front of our eyes if you choose to see it. They are doing a new world. The financial system is disappearing. It will be gone soon. If you follow all the clues, they're taking up all the properties and land and they're blaming it on the weather. That's one of the ways they're stealing everything from the public. In terms of the finances, a couple of days ago, they opened up the first ever United States Bank. I'm not talking about Bank of America. It's called the Bank of the United States of America. It's the first one of their kind. I don't know what company owns it, but technically it's owned by the United States of America. And it opened up in Philadelphia, where the Liberty Bell and the Declaration of Independence was signed. They now have the Bank of the United States of America. Why? Because they know they need to control the financial system. The banks in America and everywhere else are owned by private groups. Even the American dollar is backed by the Federal Reserve, and there's nothing federal about it. The Federal Reserve is a bunch of bankers that created the monetary system fakely. All our money is fake. It's paper. But it's backed by the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is who we pay our money to. We owe money to China, subsidiaries. We owe money to the Federal Reserve. We take out loans. We are in debt $40 trillion, and it's only getting worse. The bank will close on our assets soon. The monetary system is dying, and they have to reset it. Now, America is a corporation, and now they realized we have to create the Bank of the United States of America so we can get the regular people to start paying us and stealing their money before the monetary system completely collapses in the next 15 years. We have to steal from them, and we have to pretend that we're the official Bank of the United States of America. They're going to develop cryptocurrency, and they're going to tell you to put your money in this way, sell your houses to them. They're going to give you loans. They're going to borrow money to help you buy a house or this or that, but they're going to own everything at the end. They're going to own everything at the end. I got off topic. Now let me bring it back to Venezuela. I told you guys they're taking property and resetting the world. And now we had an earthquake in Venezuela where it never really happens. One of the biggest of the world. Killed thousands of people. Tons of property have been demolished. It's sad, right? Was it manipulated? I don't have the proof. But if I go back with all these clues of the fires and everything that's been happening and how I believe weather is manipulated, maybe there are direct energy weapons. There have to be. There have to be. There's even some in the military. They have weapons to make people hot and sweat on the back of military trucks. So why wouldn't they have that in low orbit Earth? Again, weapons can be put anywhere. On mountains, on hills. They can be done in sound waves, in radio waves, with energy, everything. You might not even have to see it. And they have things that create earthquakes. They do. So was this earthquake manipulated? Well, if you look at the clues, they got rid of the president of Maduro to take over the oil and to put their puppet leaders in. Now they want to rebuild. How can you take over the properties that people live in and rebuild? Rebuild a Trump hotel or whatever hotel. Some of the places in Venezuela are beachfront properties, beachfront apartments. Same thing they're doing in Gaza is the same thing they're doing in Venezuela, but they're using an earthquake to do it. I saw the videos. It's devastating. But I noticed a lot of the properties that were demolished are by beachfront. And that got me thinking, did they manipulate it? America now took over Venezuela. Now they can officially take over the properties and build businesses and corporations for the elite. Same thing they did in Hawaii. And where are the missing kids? Wasn't there 300 kids that went missing in Hawaii during the fires? Have they been found? Where the fuck are they? Just a thought. Now, earthquakes are common in Venezuela. Okay, I heard something different when I was watching a news story. But that's fine if they are. Earthquakes can still be manipulated, whether they're frequent or not. They can be manipulated. I believe they can. And I believe this was done to them purposefully. By who? I don't know. Now, apparently, the weird weather has been happening for 3 years. They blame it on climate change and this and that and everything else. And now, this entire summer, in a politically charged year, we're going to have a heat wave all across America. not one little area here, one little area there, one little area here. Apparently it's happening all across America, and it's on all over the news. It's on all over the news. And they want to blame climate change. They want to bring in laws. They want to bring in control. They want to sell air conditioners, whatever they want to do. But again, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and a lot of people are dying. But the heat wave is not only happening in America. This heat wave, for the first time in the history of France, they're having the hottest temperatures they've ever seen in France. People are dying. This is not common for France. So again, it makes me think they can manipulate the weather in a lot of different factions for their agenda, to kill people, to do this, to do that. I don't know what's going on. But I believe the weather is being manipulated for the crops, for the this, for the that. They're putting ticks on a lot of farms so you can be allergic to ground beef or to meat. They're flying ticks in and dropping them in farms. They're manipulating the weather. I'm fucking scared, y'all. I am scared, y'all. I am scared. I am 1,000% scared for everybody on Earth or on the planet, everywhere. That's all I wanted to say. I can't prove anything's real or fake or this or that. But again, once you waken up to a lot of the lies, you can never go back. And now I see patterns that a lot of people don't see. So that's why I'm afraid for this summer, if not July 4th, but if not this summer. I'm really afraid. They've been preparing us for something big, whether it's an alien attack, the revelation of aliens. There's another movie coming out next year, an animated movie about aliens revealing themselves to the world, just like Disclosure Day. They are preparing us for an attack of some sense. They're blaming Iran for this, for that, for war, for this, for that. Now there's all this heat. Factories are being exploded. We had a factory out here in LA that caught on fire and burned up all the property. We've had fires out here in the hills where the property has now been taken over by. They are fucking inch by inch taking things away. And they're using weather manipulation and weapons and all of this combined. And are they all in on it? Is it one single faction? No, I don't know. Is it just the government, Is it the one tell-all person or government that we can blame? It's everybody. There's laws in place. They get away with it. There's all these factions, corporations. There's hidden military. There's secret service units that nobody knows about that kill and causes assassinations. It's everything, guys. There's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix it. It's too late. But at least we're starting to expose some of this stuff. And the people in the next generation's DNA, hopefully they'll be able to battle against the tyranny and the oppression and the murder from our leaders and the elite. It's really, really scary, guys. I just wanted to voice my concerns. Maybe some of you guys agree with me or think kind of this is what's going on. Maybe you don't. It's okay. We all have our own opinions, and they're just that. They're just opinions. Colin Madden, they have small earthquakes frequently. There have only been about 30 major ones in the last century. Thank you for that information and trying to get me up to speed and knowledgeable. I'm afraid for LA, we are due for a major earthquake. And again, if the elites and the government are taking control and causing some of this stuff, Donald Trump and everybody does not like California. Maybe they'll create an earthquake in LA just to stick it to Gavin Newsom and the politics. I'm very, very afraid, guys. Very, very afraid. And I live on an upstairs apartment. It's even more scary. All right, more personal information. But I'm just genuinely asking. I know, I get afraid to give out any information nowadays. I've already explained this to you, CB33. Everything gets used against me. He can't even afford an air conditioner. A fucking loser living in a sweat fucking pig. That's what some people say to me or against me. Did you get a new AC? Gonna be hot. Yeah, I know. Nope. They are working on it. That was what I last heard. They were willing to give me another used air conditioner. And I told them no. I said, no, I cannot have another used one. I cannot do it. I need a new one. And I even told him, I go, dude, I saw online you guys can get like a new air conditioner, a really good one for my entire apartment for about $250 to $300. And at worst comes to worst, $220. And I go, I'll even give $100. Give me a new one. And then the guy's like, no, I think you'll be okay. I think we just got to put it on the books. And he goes, give us 2 to 3 weeks. And then whatever the guy's name is, I don't want to give out the information. He'll give you a call and let you know what's going on. And this was about 4 days ago when I finally got that information. So my air conditioner works. And we've had some cool days recently. And outside, like at nighttime, I have a thermometer on my air conditioner. Oh, let me move this. I have a thermometer on my air conditioner, and it shows me like the temperature of the apartment. Again, I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm going to go by it. And outside and everywhere, it said at night, the weather is 65 degrees. And it always says 84 degrees in my apartment. Then when it becomes like 62 degrees outside, according to the phone, then my thing says like 81 degrees. Like it goes down three degrees outside and it goes down 3 degrees inside. But it looks like my apartment is like 17 to 20 degrees hotter than outside. That seems to be the number. 17 to 20 degrees hotter than it is outside. So if we're going to have 90-degree days, it's going to be 110 in my apartment. But the air conditioner does work. It works like 15% of the way. It like cools up for like 15 minutes. Then all of a sudden, it just stops. The fan stays on, but there's no cool air. Nothing. Then an hour and a half later, you hear it make a noise. It goes, and then it starts cooling for another 15, 20 minutes. Then you hear it go, then it stops. And it does it like that all the time. All the time. So I created a method. I'm a genius. I tell you, you're a genius. I took a spray bottle, put water in it, and I freeze the spray bottle. Then when it's really, really hot and I'm lying down or whatever, I take the frozen spray bottle and then it starts to melt. Then I put the top on it with the little plastic piece to the side so it can now pick up the water, but it's cold. And I go for a few minutes. So then when the fan hits me, because it's always on, and then I got the little bit of the cold water, it feels good for about 3 minutes until the water disappears. I'm a genius, I tell you. I'm a genius. All right. Sorry, we got a super chat. I just missed it. My brain is all weird. Hey, Colin Madden, what's up, my good buddy? There's nothing to be scared of. What's the worst that can happen? You die? Everybody dies. Nothing's going to happen. You're fine. Thank you for worrying a person with anxiety and fears. Thank you for doing that again in a jokingly manner. Thank you. I sure feel better now. I sure feel better now. I love life, guys. I love life. I am afraid of everything. What? Oof, you're in Cali with no AC, brutal. Bro, please take the used AC and stay safe. Well, it's working, Corn Diff. It's working. And again, in the next couple weeks, if I don't get the phone call from the gentleman explaining that they're getting me a new one, I'm going to have to take whatever they give me. But this one was a used one as well. And when they gave it to me, it was only working at probably 40%. And that was 2 years ago. So now it's working at like 15%. But I understand what you're saying. Dude, thank you for thinking of me. Maybe I should make a GoFundMe for an air conditioner. God, I hope I never have to do that again. But hey, man, sometimes it's the only option you have. Sometimes it's the only option you have. You can get a window unit for like $125. Yeah, but I have a specific area in my apartment. There's like this box underneath the window in my one room, in my living room. I have a hallway and a bathroom, but I got one like 500 foot, probably 450 square feet room. Again, giving too much information. But I have this box underneath the window. You guys can watch back my apartment room video tour. But I have this box and it's just open. It's open. So if I get a AC unit for the window and my refrigerator is blocking where you would open up the window, my refrigerator's blocking that. So it's not doable. This apartment has a little box that's just open to the outside world. So you have to put an air conditioner of a certain size in that box, in that frame. If you got a smaller one, it's going to be open. It's like a weird ass fucking box. So you got to get an air conditioner of size. It's like, I don't know, they wanted to make it a certain air conditioner all the time. So that's how it is. But yeah, you can get a window unit for like $125. It's not possible. But maybe I can get a secondary unit if I have some extra money. Maybe I can get one for the bathroom. I don't know. I have a window there. They just cleaned the trees today. The trees outside my window, they cleaned it. So I went to the bathroom a little while ago, cleaned up and did some stuff. And then I heard noises. And then I went to the bathroom a little while before the show. And I go, oh my God, I can see the entire sky. And I realized, oh, the trees are gone. They cut down the trees and all the leaves. All the leaves are gone, all the leaves are gone, and the sky is gray. What's up, Kang Koopa? The Splat Attack interview was really something special. As a 90s kid, it really touched my heart. Thank you, Kang Koopa. I'm hoping to have some of the actors on my channel on a podcast. And we can tell some more stories individually. And I'm trying to get together for everybody to go get lunch or hang out at a park if they're in LA to do a reunion for ourselves. But it's hard to wrangle everybody to get together. Even to do a podcast online, the Splat Attack people worked for like 2 months to get that done. So I applaud them. That seems about right. Colin Matter, you check the filter. Yes, I have to do the filter, I don't know, like every 3 months, 2 months. Something lights up, then I have to change and check the filter. But I don't change it. It looks very clean. I clean it up all the time. Put water, put soap, let it dry, clean it all up. It's not that bad. You would think it is, but it's not. I promise you. But yeah, I do that like every 2 months. Something lights up and says, check your filter. Check your filter. Pull it out. Not even black and dark. Not a lot of lint. I get more lint in my laundry when I do my laundry. Yeah, it's good. Colin Madden said, I'm not joking. Me neither. I got all the heart issues and all that other stuff. So I got to take care of myself. I appreciate you truly. What's to be afraid of? I'm not a gambling man. What's up, Corn Diff? But I would play the odds that the other used one is going to be better if you're only getting 15% of the current one. Yeah, but again, I've already had 2 used ones. So I'm doing my best to get a new one. I've never missed my rent. Thank the Lord. I've been afraid to so many times. But I've never missed my rent. I am a good-ass fucking person. They raise my rent every year. I don't cause no trouble. I bother nobody. We're just some men who's on the mic. And when we rock the mic right, we rock the mic right. See my manic energy starting to happen. The longer this live stream goes, my manic energy is starting to happen. But yeah, so I figured the least they owe me is a brand new air conditioner. Because when people move in, they give them a brand new one. But when I moved in, I didn't have a brand new one. Again, I got shafted. I didn't even get a parking spot. The apartment didn't even have a parking spot. Didn't have a kitchen. All for $1,200 a month. Well, it was 11. I don't know. It was like a little bit less than 1,100. It was like 1,050 when I first moved in. Now it's at 1,200 for an apartment with no kitchen. But I'm still very blessed at everything I have, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care whether anybody else is doing better than me, have way more money than me. God damn it. I shouldn't even be alive sometimes. So I'm proud of everything I got. But I ain't gonna lie, I want to move out of here. I want to move to another state and try something different. It might not change my mental, but it'll change my environment. I'll have a better faction of living. But I love LA. Not really, but I do. I don't. I don't know. Just stay safe. Appreciate you. You honestly should make a GoFundMe for an AC. I see your true intentions. CB33. No matter how much you deny it, you are a fire starter. I'm a fire starter. You are. You are. You are. You honestly should make a GoFundMe for an AC if you need it. That's what it's for. Thank you for the kindness. It's probably just the filter. I start there. I cleaned up the filter. It's not the filter. It's not the area around it. I have a brush. When you pull out the filter, there's a little thing. There's an area around it. I have a little brush. I think it's all clean. Can you see if any of the lines are frozen? Yeah, see, now we're getting too technical. We're getting too technical. Yeah, no, I don't know. The last time the air conditioner went bad and they changed it, I told the guy, I go, maybe it just needs Freon or whatever that ingredient is. And then he goes, no. He goes, once it's gone, it's gone. I go, instead of replacing it, maybe it's cheaper to put Freon or get a AC repairman. And he told me at the time, he goes, it's not worth it. He goes, that's why they always buy new ones. it's not worth it for repairing a used one. They said it costs more than a new one. So that's why I took that philosophy that the guy gave me. And I was like, why didn't they give me a new one? You know, the first time. Why didn't they give me a new one? Nope. They arrived with a used one. And that's what they're trying to do to me again. But yet the guy that puts them in there for the company said, oh, you know what? It's cheaper to get a new one. Well, why isn't the company buying me new ones? Because they're taking them from all their properties and all their different apartments, and they're going like this until they finally have to buy a new one for a new renter. When I was a new renter, I don't know why, but I didn't get one. But now they're giving the new renters new ones because I've walked around and I've seen it. And they own multiple properties in other locations. So I'm confused, guys. I'm confused. But we're going to leave it at that. Sorry, bro. You got me wrong. Whatever. Well, again, I get a lot of people wrong. And I'm proud to be wrong. Thank you, Sheeby33, for all that you do and who you and all that you are. You'd see it. There would be visible ice when the return freezes. When the return, I don't know. I'll talk to the management guy next week, and I'll say, "Can you look at it for me?" And then I'll say, "Hey, how come the other person from the property management hasn't called me yet?" Squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's exactly right. All right, everybody. I've been online 2.5 hours. I am done for today. I'm having a beautiful day, so I'm going to let the beautiful day continue. I'm going to enjoy watching videos. I may go watch Supergirl this weekend. And I saw the movie Michael again the other day. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. Whatever else, my life is simple. And I hope I can make some videos, maybe a cooking video and some other stuff for you amazing people in the future to respect your membership. And expect me live for the most part every Friday. Sometime, I don't know when or where. I need to be more consistent. My life will get better if I learn how to be on a routine, if I learn how to be a better person through all my issues. But hey, I'm still here, and I'm proud of myself. Thanks, guys and gals, for hanging out, all the new members. I freaking love you all. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Good day, y'all. Happy July 4th, America. Hopefully, you have another 250 years in you before it's all destroyed. And hopefully, we can be a better country for our citizens somehow, some way in the future, and get an actual president that cares for its people. Good day, y'all. Happy July 4th.
We are always misunderstood. Creative souls living for good. But the evil beast comes cooking in, pretending to be a friend and sneaking in. No other jealous, this it quits with the knowledge and love went from Bower's lips. So strap it into the volume up. We going on a crazy soul ride of skies and laughter and giving no fucks. We now get crazy in the contents. Not a kid crazy in the rib. Not a flame money born and bullshit. We like get crazy and dominant. Enemies be one of my 3 hours stand. Let's all sign get crazy and dominant. No fear, no tears is affecting you. Get crazy and dominant. Let the show begin. Let the show begin. Let the show begin. Oh, let the show begin.